Hello, my name is Ace, and I want to welcome you to Pool Funding and to Fast Start Training. And the whole point of this training is to get you off to a fast start with the intent to leading you to $1 million of funding annually from this point forward for the rest of your life. I hope I have your attention. $1 million of funding annually for the rest of your life. Well, it's not going to be a free lunch. We'll just say it like that. But you're not going to have to spend $1 million to get $1 million either. But you need to understand with our training, we're about building teams, and you have to contribute to the team build by bringing in a handful of your own personal referrals. In fact, what we're looking for you to do is bring in 4. Okay, so in exchange for 4 personal referrals coming from you, that will position you inside of our pool funding system to garner $1 million of funding annually. Okay, so let's get right into our training. Now, the other thing you need to understand when it comes to becoming a millionaire is this: you need training. Okay, so this might be one of the first training videos that you're going to watch inside Pool Funding, but it's not going to be the only one. We actually offer daily live training at this time. We hope you take full advantage of that. We hope the time is convenient for you. And if it's not, they're generally recorded, and you can watch the recorded version as well. So, you need to dedicate yourself to training. It's not easy to become a millionaire without any training. It's going to take a lot of training. So just accept that as part of your contribution to make this happen for you, so that you're the one receiving the $1 million of funding every year. Now, we're going to start small. We're going to start in something called a $10 pool, but we're going to work our way up to a $1,000 pool. Okay. Now, the $10 pool is going to give you the opportunity to, get really acquainted with the system and iron out all the, the behavior that's necessary in order to be successful inside of the inside of the pool. Whatever you do in the $10 pool, you're going to do the same thing in the $100 pool and the same thing in the $1,000 pool. So if you do something successful in the $10 pool, it'll be just as successful in the $1,000 pool. Okay. All right, so your part is this: 4 referrals and consistent training, plus one more thing, and that's going to be communication. You can't have a team unless the team talks to each other, okay? So obviously someone has invited you to be a part of this. We refer to that person as your sponsor. Your sponsor obviously has a sponsor, and so on. And if today is your very first day in pool funding, you're going to be invited to meet several of these people that are kind of up the chain from where you're sitting, okay? And we want you to look at them as a resource, a team of people that are there to assist you in your effort to get off to a fast start, okay? Maybe up to 5 of them will be introduced to you in the next day or 2. Now, in addition to that, you have your referrals. You want to be able to communicate with your referrals. We're not talking about necessarily a phone call every day, but definitely just like maybe even as simple as a text message, where you're just asking, hey, do you need anything? Can I help you? Even something like that. But just daily communication with your referrals, and then also be open to meeting people that happen to come in your team below those referrals. Okay. And so that's going to be your part: communication, training, and a minimum of 4 referrals to hit the target of $1 million of annual funding. Okay. Now, here's where the fast start comes in. But before I get into the fast start, let me just share my personal experience with you. And that is that the first time I became a millionaire, I got introduced to a challenge called the 24-hour challenge. And this 24-hour challenge was really the key to making my first million. So I'm going to give you that key right now. Let me share my screen. Okay, go into. All right, so you're going to be in your account area of your website, much like mine here. You can see here that on this particular date, you can see there, that's today. And so far, I have received $5,290 from the $10 pool at this point. Okay, so that's not bad. I've been recycling about $10 roughly every day, and I've been doing that for about 155 days, and that's put me in a position of having this funding here. And that's just on my first account. I've actually signed up 9 people. So on my second account, I got 4 more people there, and there's another $5,000 there, and so on. Okay. Now, this is the script. We're going to come back to the script in a moment. This is the key here. We keep it short and sweet. The 24-hour challenge works like this. You need to get 2 people within your first day of joining pool funding. If you can meet that challenge, and if we can duplicate that within the team that comes in below you, it's going to make your success like a rocket going to the moon. Okay, it's going to happen very fast for you. If it's any slower than that, then there's that's going to impact how fast you're going to get to that target. Now, if you take much more than a couple of days to get your first 2 people, then technically you probably need to expand your budget. So listen to me very carefully. We've given you a $200 plan, and that should be all that you need to make this work. But if you're slow, if your contribution to this, if you're slow to bring in 2 people within the first day or 2 or 3, if you can't do that within a time frame, please be aware you probably need to expand your budget by at least $100 or $200 more so that you can keep on working within the system. Okay, because that's probably going to be necessary in that case. But otherwise, if you follow the instructions here, you'll probably find that following our script is so easy because there's no selling. You're not selling. You're not even recruiting. You're just putting basically an offer out there that people can get access to funding that they don't have to pay back, and that you'd like to introduce them to a funding person that tell them all about it. And that's it. That's the whole point of the script. We even have a video right here that you should watch this video next. And this will kind of go into more detail how to handle this script right here. And if you can follow the training, that will get you to millionaire status much better than not following training. So just understand, if you could just do things the way we show you to do them, you're going to be successful. Now, the first 2 people you're going to bring in, they're going to go right here under your first sub account. Okay, so if this is your main position right here, and then you have 2 sub accounts. The reason you got the sub accounts, it was to basically qualify yourself, so you didn't have to depend on others to get qualified. Okay, and it reduces a whole lot of potential frustration of getting qualified and staying qualified. But the sub accounts are not really a dependable way of collecting funding out of pool funding. You need to know that even on day 1. Okay, go ahead and get your first 2 referrals. Make that happen in your first day, which means you're basically introducing a couple of your friends after having a brief conversation with them on a telephone call to a funding person, and then just let that person take it from there, and they'll help you get those people started right away. Because I mean, if they're like you, they have funding needs too. Who wouldn't want an extra $1 million a year of funding that they could use towards whatever their goals and dreams might be? Okay, so and the next 2. So like I said, 4 people. The next 2, you want to put those underneath the sub account 2. And then maybe the next 2 after that, if you bring 6 people in, they'd come in and fill these empty spots over here. So that'd be the proper order for bringing in your referrals. Okay. Again, I want to welcome you to your Fast Start training. We hope that you take this, experience of joining us very seriously, and that you understand that $1 million is on the line for you, and this is a real possibility for you to actually make this happen for your life. And we have a system that will make it happen. I'm a master team builder. I put together a simple system that would take the fewest possible people in order to make that kind of money possible. And this system is built for the common person. So you don't have to be like a super salesperson. You don't have to be a master recruiter. You just have to be a friendly person and a nice person to the people you already know, and introduce them to the people that we tell you to once you join. So you'll be shown who the right people are to introduce your friends and family to, and then let them take it from there to help you get those people started. It's that simple. You can get 2 people signed up on your first day, and actually be successful at the 24-hour challenge. The 24-hour challenge is to get 2 people within your first day of signing up. And then within the first 3 days, get another 2, and then you'll be all set. If you never get more than 4 people, that should be enough, because that'd be $1 million a year in funding on that 4 people. If you have more than that, it can be more than $1 million. But you know, the system is set up to be so simple and easy that anybody should be able to do this, because it's not about talent, it's not about skill. It's just about doing things that you naturally do anyway. You know, introducing one person to another, that's a very natural thing. And that's the main thing you got to do, is introduce people to the funding person as quickly as possible, so you get off to a fast start. The alternative to that is be ready to expand your budget as needed to keep on track within our pool funding system. Welcome to pool funding, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.